Your camera's gonna be playing for our children. I want our children to see this now. Because the president just got in like blah. But in 4 years, will we still like him? In 8 years, are we gonna still hype him? What if he said we gotta go into Iran and kill 1 million people? Will you still be down with the man? You better wake up and smell the coffee. This why the radio station don't toss me. Me, while I'm on the microphone, I stand with people like Alex Jones. This the crew I'm down with. I never been about no fucking government. I do for myself, speak for myself, teach myself, reach for myself. Hip hop, you gotta do the same thing. Listen to me now while I rap and sing. The New World Order just put on a black face. Americans, you are in the process of globalization. You are in the process of a New World Order. Just because it has a black face don't mean a motherfucking thing. Real politics is about the people. The people. The people. Study the Declaration of Independence. That's poetry. But the United States Constitution, that's laws to me. Listen to the truth. I'm kicking it from the DJ booth. Before I leave tonight, I'm about to shine a light. 9/11 was an inside job. 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 Yep, this is in my own words. The only words I got. First of all, the conversation we was having the other day was brilliant. I think it was very respectful of the fact of what America's feeling right now. What is most important is that we don't get caught up in emotional politics. As a black man in the United States, I can feel the emotion. I can feel the emotion of having a black first family in office. Like, for instance, Barack Obama, when we say a black person in office, we gotta ease back because for the first time we really have an African American actually in office. To call him black is a disrespect to his mother, and I don't think that's fair. He comes from a biracial family and that should be respected. I, more than anybody, am ecstatic over the fact that at least the racial barrier in the White House has been broken. But now let's get down with the truth. The truth. After we leave the emotionalism alone for a minute, what do we as Americans should be looking out for? How should we be getting prepared for what's about to come? Just because we have an African American president doesn't mean that he's not going to continue the Bush agenda. I'm not dissing anybody, but a politician is a politician. And if I could say one thing to all people in the United States, it's this: America has broken its own rules, has broken its own laws. It's time for the citizenry of the United States to actually follow its own laws. If we stay steadfast to the Constitution, at least we won't be hit so hard with that global agenda. Here's what we were talking about the other day. If you really want to see what black governance is like, take a look at the mayors of major cities. When the cities were in power, we couldn't be the mayors. It's when the cities lost power, they put in black mayors. When the states had power, we couldn't be governors. But then when the states lose power, we got senators, governors, African American senators and governors. Now the nation has lost power. The dollar has lost power. The world is global. Now you can get a black president because it doesn't matter. It's global now. So the real issue is this. Are you going to allow this system to tempt you into their prisons, into their job, into their psyche? Follow your purpose. This is what will defeat it all. If you're on your purpose, even death respects purpose. That's why I'm here, because I'm on my purpose. You don't think they hear me every day? You don't think they hear Alex Jones every day? You don't think they just heard? You don't think the FBI was out there right now? But you know what? They can't do nothing to a person who stands with the truth. Because I forgot who said it, but I'll quote it. It's a saying that says, what a disadvantage it is to only be able to die for your country one time. The concept is this: don't get caught up. I said it on stage. They put a black face on the New World Order, and now we all happy. KRS ain't buying it. I never been a voter. This year I voted. Why did I vote? Because I want to be able to critique. That's why I voted. I didn't vote for Bush. I didn't vote for my...
you had to repudiate Bush. That's why I said...
Yeah. Even if I voted for Bush, he still was going to be... If I didn't vote or did vote, he still was going to be the president. And this is the point. This is the point.
If they controlled it before, why would they let go now?
Boom.
I mean, just repeat what you said on the air.
Wait a minute. Wait. Here it is. If they controlled it before, what makes you think they're not controlling it now? The country was on a verge of revolution. They threw a black man up. Now we like this. Don't get caught up. Now I say this respectfully, because Barack Obama, I don't know the man. I don't know his agenda, but I know mine. Let's see if our agendas match. I stand with Dr. King. I stand with Malcolm X. I stand with the Black Panther Party. I stand with the Weathermen. I stand with the BLA. Now see, I don't know if my president could stand with that. But if my president frees Mumia Abu-Jamal, maybe he'll get my eye up. If my president could release political prisoners, maybe my eye will go up. If my president can stop ignoring police misconduct, maybe my eye will go up. But I'm not hopeful on that one.
The other issue you made on the air is that the point is they make it all about him, so when their agenda goes bad, they can blame it on him instead of the power elite. I mean, please speak to that. And then secondarily, if he became a Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or a Bobby Kennedy or JFK, they're going to be like Chavez said 2 weeks ago. So I mean, all I want, people focusing on the puppet masters instead of they move forward, and then you'll know if he's real, except put a bullet in it.
Right. And let me say this. Nature has a way of perfecting itself. This time, if they try to assassinate the president, I don't think it'll work. In fact, it may happen, but the ones who do it will finally be exposed. The concept is this: if Barack is true to the people, there will be some opposition. If there is opposition, we the people are the ones who are gonna have to fight, not him. The real issue is, we used to say, which side are you on? Which side are you on? I'm not on the emotional side. I'm not on this black side, white side. I don't know what that is. I got black police officers shooting at me every day. I got black senators that want to keep me in poverty. I don't know what that is, but I know what the truth is. The truth come out of anybody's mouth. The truth don't have no color. The truth is that people are hurting. The truth is that they trying to turn us into China. The truth is we're in so much debt that the only way out is revolution or war. So now the question is, what side are you on?
I know you already said it, but on the radio, the phone's kind of breaking. But can you do the whole Burger King thing?
Well, see, this is the point. I say this often because it's the truth. I start with the fact that everyone is pointing to Barack right now, President Obama, as saying, you got to get the economy together. You got to get the economy together. When in fact, the president has very little to do with the economy. It's the Federal Reserve Chairman that at least sets the policy. The president can appoint, or the president does appoint the Federal Reserve Chairman, but after that, that's a privately owned company, the Federal Reserve Bank. They set the agenda. What you said earlier about if their plans fail, they get to blame it on Barack. Barack is like the manager of Burger King. All presidents are, including Bush. It's like this. When your fries are cold, if your burger is not done right, you go back to Burger King, America, or your government, and you say, my burger's cold. I want new fries. The manager comes out. Or first, you go to the cashier. That's the courts. You argue to the courts. The courts, if you can't get no justice with the cashier, you say, let me see the manager. I want to go to the Supreme Court. I want to see the president. The manager comes out. Hi, what can I do for you? Now the manager can override the decisions of the cashier, but you never get to see the franchise owner of Burger King. If you really have a problem with your burger, you need to go see the franchise owner and tell them the actual make of the burger coming out the factory is wrong. What you're sending to all these little operations is wrong. We need to go to the top or to the bottom. We need to go to where the real architecture of government is. And it's not in a president. It's in a global scheme to make the 99% work for the 1%. And the 99% are going along with it because they're tempting you with everything you want. In rap, a rapper named T.I. put a record out. He said, you can have whatever you like. Americans love that. You can have whatever you like. That's the trick. Learn to live simple. They hate it. Learn to say, I'm good, you can keep it. They hate it. Walk with God, walk with law, and never give up your gun.
Like you're saying, they give you something slick, good after this horrible little demon brush. He looks good, he's smart, he says the right things, but then the advisor, the whole agenda, so the devil's slick.
The devil is slick because what most people don't realize is that it's God that comes with light and big music and drums and scariness. The devil is very approachable, very well-spoken, very accommodating. You could have whatever you like. God says you gotta work. I'ma stand here. Now come on. God says, here's the blessing, work up to it. The devil says you ain't got to do no work. Here. Don't be tempted and leave the emotionalism out of politics. You know when you should get emotional? When injustice happens. That's when your emotions should rise up. You saw what happened the other day at that BART station in Oakland?
The people finally took action. They finally went after him. Yeah.
Word?
Can you speak to that? I mean, because people think it's like stupid. When I see somebody being violated, it's not even that I'm even a good person. It's like an instinctual level, spiritual level. I know if somebody else can be fucked, it can happen to me. And so that we all are connected. So you speak to that. Go ahead.
You know, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Dr. Martin Luther King. For me, I feel the pain of suffering people. I don't know. It's just in me. I don't want to be like the German in Nazi Germany, watching people go off in droves. And because you have a comfortable house, because you got a Mercedes-Benz and you're eating every day, it don't matter. Oh, just go on. When I was very little, I couldn't take it. My mother used to tell me about slavery. And for a long time, I thought I had a slave history. I used to think I came from slavery until I realized that all of America is an immigrant country. We are constantly being refreshed with new people, constantly. Slavery, I put it this way. The only way slavery could have existed in this country for so long, over 300 years, is because people went along with it. The law cannot work unless the citizens go along with it, good or bad. If the citizens stop adhering to their own good laws, they're unprotected. If the citizens stomp out or stop aligning themselves with bad laws, the laws go away.
I've heard you quote Frederick Douglass or similar things when he said about all that power recognizes is power right back.
Right.
I mean, liberty's not granted, it's taken.
It's taken. Liberty is not granted. It's taken. Freedom, it can never be given to you. It's in here. Even if somebody got you in chains, got you picking cotton, in your heart and your mind, if you know you free, you looking for a way out. Even as you pick it, you call me whatever you like, I know I'm free. You can't give me freedom. Now, the government can give you liberty, because liberty is about walking about a society freely.
Liberty's when you're on the ship, so they let you have a liberty.
Whoa. Can we shout out Jordan Maxwell real quick?
That's it, yeah. Liberty's a counterfeit, a step down from real freedom.
From real freedom. Well, this is the point. No, if I could quote Alex Jones real quick. Liberty. Wait a minute, I'll say this. I'll say this. We need to become free people again, not freed people. I'll say it again. We need to be free people, not freed people. Just because we have an emancipation procrastination does not mean that we are actually free. What makes you free is your declaration within that you are free. If somebody else can give you freedom, they can also take it away. When a lot of people were not free in the United States, Harriet Tubman was free. Frederick Douglass was free. Nat Turner was free. So the point of the matter is this: are you free or have you been freed?
And the evil people actually respected folks that stood up to them. They don't. I mean, repeat what you said on the radio about you're groveling, they're dominating.
If that's the point, power looks for weakness. Power looks for weakness. If you standing firm and you say, I know the law, not just this law of the land or sea, but I know the law. I know that justice, I know that nature is just. And if you're unnatural, out of nature, imbalanced yourself, the real war is not me against you, it's endurance. I'm going to out-endure you. Ugh. The evil people trip themselves up trying to chase the righteous. It's when the righteous come out of their square and into their world and try to fight.
When we start swinging, they dig a pit for us, they fall in it, but we've got to set it in motion to say no.
Right. Say no, just resist. Matter of fact, don't even recognize their authority. When you recognize their authority, it got you.
Well, that's what globalism is tracking, tracing, numbering. I mean, finally, non-violence, winning by living good, not getting in the system. I mean, what you talk about.
Right.
That's all the exact same things on people. Look, don't let them get you in a bunch of shit because that's how they win.
They've been doing it to us for ages. You say whatever you like about black people being overrepresented in prison. You know I ain't with that at all. But the truth is, my own people are lost. I said the other day, Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. I just came here, there's a Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. In Harlem, there's a well, every city has a Dr. King Boulevard. If you go to the edges of those cities or even along the whole of the boulevard, what are black people doing on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard?
They go selling on it.
We're selling drugs illegal. We're killing ourselves on Dr. King Boulevard. Then they well, well, there's a movie called Black Panther, the Black Panther movie, where it has become American entertainment to show how the government put heroin in the black community to offset revolutionary organizations. This is American entertainment. Like, you could go to the movies, sit down, and be entertained by this. I find it amazing. History repeats itself, and every time it does, it goes up a little bit. We are back again. We're the abolitionists again.
In fact, that was my last question. I mean, anything else you want to have? We appreciate your time, sir. And it's this, is that I look at the abolitionists, 2% in 1800, the country abolitionists. By the 1860s, in the North, it's like 70%. So it doesn't matter if the majority is saying evil's good. Again, it's people just saying, look, I'm not putting up with this crap.
Right.
And the truth is the truth. It's going to stand on its own. The more you try to suppress it, like one philosopher said, it just explodes.
It just explodes. I heard Joseph Campbell explain that through mythology. He said, whenever a society tries to push down, it's going to rise up. And this right here, this gathering right here, is the true state of America, the true state of American history. We Africans in America, we were trying to get free. We couldn't get free on our own because our own people were betraying us. It was strong white American families that ran the Underground Railroad, that would leave a lantern in the window, and we would run up, knock 2 or 3 times, and be let in. A lot of families were hung because of that, shot because of that. Yeah, we talk about Harriet Tubman, but the families, the white American families that risked their lives taking her in, that's the part of American history we need to hear again.
That was the next thing I was going to say. You notice the media and all these things makes it white against black instead of showing with people together against evil people.
Right.
They don't want us to really come together. They want
Right.
us voting multiculturalism.
Right.
It only makes us like mistrust each other.
Well, see, this is what we have to look out for in the future now. This is what is that divide and conquer. Here, I'm going to say something controversial right now. You know what we need right now? We need real white supremacists. Let me explain myself. Why do they say supremacy when you say white supremacy? The first thing that comes to your mind is lynchings, burnings, and hangings. How is that supreme? White supremacy is not murder. It's not hate. White supremacy is love, is justice, is mercy, is knowledge, is wisdom. A supreme white man.
That's human supremacy.
Alex, you're an enlightened man. My people are confused because they think every time you say white supremacy, it's supposed to mean hate. But if we had some real white supremacists, it would be the supreme white man of love, the supreme white man of justice, black supremacy, Asian supremacy, human supremacy. Can we be the supreme of love, the supreme of justice? Can me as a black man show you justice and vice versa? And then together, can we show women their justice? Their justice. See, here's the other piece right here. We got to start raising women up. Femininity, the concept of the woman itself, needs to get rose up, because they operate in a one-sided dimension, which is masculine only, the analytical. If we would just respect women more, not just, oh, let's stop calling women bitches. That's not it. Put women in their rightful place. One thing I was looking at, Hinduism teaches that when the mother is out of order, the whole family is out of order. Not when the father is out of order. Women are the center of the family, which means women are the center of the nation. Of the nation.
That's why the system attacks them first.
Right. Get moms first, and you control the son and the father.
That's what Hitler said. First you get the women, then you got the children.
We're seeing our solution right here before our very eyes. We need to return to the feminine principles. We need to return to a respect for women. We need to start calling God she. That messes up their whole psychology. That destroys the whole thing. Like, they can't operate on that level.
We all come from women. We don't respect women, we don't respect ourselves.
Damn, Alex, can you turn that camera the other way?
No.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? I know you're tired.
Yes. One last thing.
As much as you want.
One.
Not just saying if you're
Look,
tired.
I could talk to you and to my people for hours. This is why we're here. Our main message: stop the violence. They want us to be violent. They want us to be enraged, angered. Peace is a revolutionary strategy. If you could just hold your peace. This is the center of endurance. And endurance is what wins wars. Not how many people you kill, but how long can you endure?
1776, they went the longest. They kept losing all the battles, but they kept going.
They endured. George Washington lost almost every battle he had, but he endured. He out-endured the British. And that's how the battle was won. Endurance. So I'm saying, stop the violence. Stop the violence in your home. Stop the violence in yourself, meaning doubting yourself, hating yourself. Stop the violence in society. Police officers, I beg you, stop the violence.
I interrupted you earlier when you tried to tell a Bard story. You started the Bard story and I interrupted.
The Bart story.
You started talking about Bard and I interrupted.
I was going to say that violence in society is not caused by the people. It's caused by the neglect of leadership. And the police are the #1 cause of violence in society. They make the people jittery. They make the people insecure. Plus, if you look up what a police officer is in the Black's Law Dictionary, the only thing the police are supposed to be doing is keeping the peace. And they do not. So whose fault is it when you have violence in society if you're paying taxes to have peace in society and moral justice? The police are supposed to be the epitome of morality. Our children are supposed to look at a police officer and see an example of what a citizen is. Now they fear them. So if our children don't even respect the police, how are they going to respect the law?
Well, it's the way they put my children in stick league now. They never even it's the way they dress and they act.
Right, right. Seek peace. Stop the violence. Restore women to their rightful place in society.
Speaking to the youth about not getting in the system is how they win, not getting.
2.5 million young people get arrested every day. Every day. Every day. And for dumb stuff. Here's the point. Nature is set up in this way. Nature puts out 1 trillion sperm to fertilize 1 egg. What I say to my youth is this. Are you the one? There's 1 billion people on the planet. It only takes 1 to change it. Are you the one? There may be everybody in your classroom bugging out. Your whole school may be on fire with kids wild and bringing guns. But are you the one? Nature has a way of abundance. Nature puts out a lot of stuff looking for the one. So if you're going to go along with the trend of let's just kill each other, let's disrespect each other, then you're part of nature's plan as well to be part of just the excess. But if you think more of yourself than just being the excess, you'll do more for yourself. Are you the one? Everybody's not gonna make it. But you have an opportunity to save yourself. Me, I'm a high school dropout. I left high school in 8th grade. I got sick of them lying to me. I educated myself at the Brooklyn Public Library. Now I teach at Harvard and Yale. I just came from England. We taught at Oxford University. It doesn't matter what credential you have. The truth shall set you free. I'm out of here. That's it.
All right, KRS, can I have one there on
Yes. I hit you.
I gotta lose some weight. Good luck. You got me accurately though. Man, my whole office is a fan of your stuff. And then I had some big British newspaper reporter on right after you.
We fans of your stuff.
And he was a big fan of you.
Keep it up.
I'm
You
trying.
don't stop.
I can't. Hell, I'm just.
You.
Hey, but anyways, I'm gonna quit bugging out here.
It's coming, and let the people know. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? This black president, nah.
Well, again, it's a counterfeit. I wish I could get behind it. It is a good thing overall, but when they're done, they got a plan. I mean, I smell it. I've got a nose for them, and I know it's bad. And again, it doesn't mean I'm for McCain. It means I know it's a setup. I mean, I know.
For Palin?
Absolutely. No. But see, that's how they're masters.
Right.
They give you this horrible choice. You know it's this, and then it's a betrayal.
Right. Look at the choices we have. This whole thing is puppeted, and our people need to see it and need to know it. And if we're wrong, great. I would prefer us to be absolutely wrong. And the world says, you know what? Alex Jones and KRS-One are 2 idiots. Look, Barack Obama defeated the New World Order. And we just sit here looking stupid. Because that would be great. But you know what? For 22 years, you know I have been wrong.
God bless you. It's been great meeting you in
Peace.
person. Thank you.
Peace!
Teacher, Black Trouble for the autograph.
Come on the mic?
Yeah.
Let's do this. You know what? I'm gonna take
Jones.
this.